Good morning. It is Sunday, July 20th. I think I'm out on a long run, 5 miles today. So we'll see how that goes. But we don't have too much on the docket to do. We are going to Costco, and very exciting and thrilling. I think we're out of milk. And then we are going late tonight to the Mountain View One Festival. One of my teacher friends, her family is super involved in the temple there. They run the plant sale. So she goes every year, and so we're going to join her there for the Odori dancing, which is late. It's at like 7, which is a bummer. I wish they did dancing earlier, but maybe they want it to be dark because it is a lantern festival. So we're gonna go. They helpfully on social media post the dances that they're gonna do and the order that they're gonna do them in, and then they post a YouTube video so you learn. But for the past, I don't know, 34 years, we just show up and fumble along. Every temple kind of does their dances slightly different. So for years we went to the Oakland Buddhist temple because that's where we lived. That was our closest Buddhist temple in San Leandro. And then we did go for a while. And now we're back going to San Jose and Mountain View. San Jose dancing it's great, but it's five circles deep and it's too much. Mountain View I think is 2 or 3 circles. We stay on the outside circle because it's kind of like I guess it's unspoken, not really rule, but like if you're new and you don't know what you're doing and you need to bail out, you dance in the outside circle, and then the more experienced dancers dance on the inside. So we're gonna do some dancing. The girls Mountain View does a flower dance, so hopefully they're gonna do that. I cannot find our folding fans. I don't know if they broke because of age or what, but I can't find our folding fans. We have our kachikachis, our towels, and our uchiwas, but I don't know where our folding fans are. So we'll see. I think we're going to wear the same outfit as last week, but something cool that they do at Mountain View is they do like a kind of a rummage sale, but it's mostly like kimonos and yukatas and obis and hobby coats. So, and I need a grown-up sized obi. So that's what I'm looking for, and I'd rather support the temple than order it online, and also not play shipping. So we're gonna do that. We're hoping to go around 4 or 5. We're meeting my parents. So yeah, and we're gonna see Alyssa and her husband and her baby. So that's kind of the plan for today. In terms of knitting and crocheting, I am so close to finishing things. I am so close to finishing the big squares for the Persian tiles. I have 2 more white concentric circles to do, and then I have the blue, and that's my last row. So I'm also at the end of balls of yarn, so I can mark them off on my tracker because I'm well above 300 still, and I'm like, ooh, this is not great. I don't have any. I just placed another order from Knit Picks, but I haven't. There's no yarn in it for me. There's yarn in it for Chaley. She's making a blanket for one of her friends at work. But I ordered an embroidery kit, mushroom themed, and then a tote bag, a clear tote bag with a zip top, so I can go to the hockey games with it. And then I needed to spend like $2 more. So I ordered like a pom-pom for a hat. So no yarn coming in other than the Southern Skeins. I did get yarn this month, even though I tried not to buy anymore. I don't know, y'all. The goal for 2025 was to be under 200, but that means I have to bust through 120 skeins of yarn basically by December 1st, because I have 3 advent calendars coming, and that'll put me that's basically 75 skeins that come into stash. So really I have to be at 125 to stay under 200. Oh, this is bad. It's all kinds bad. This is bad. We're working on it. But that's all right. In terms of books, let's see. Yesterday's video you saw, I got 17 new books, and I'm going to do the read a chapter thing, And then if I like it and I vibe with it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll donate it. I did that yesterday. I finished for my Kindle books, 'cause I'm also trying to clear out my Kindle. At least from like the little home screen. Like I'm keeping the books, but I'm taking it out of the home screen so it's less cluttered. So I finished Her Shadow So Dark and Lovely, which honestly that ended up being like a 2-star book. I thought it started so good and then it just ended like womp-womps. Everyone else who's reviewed it has loved it, but also there's this confusing vibe that on when you get an arc that sometimes the author will be like, if you're gonna give it a bad review, don't review it, which I get because that kind of messes up their algorithm, but then also it's like misleading because then it looks like it's a 5-star book when the majority of people wouldn't rate it a 5-star book. So that's kind of confusing. I reviewed it anyway. So yeah, I told Daniel, I was like, if this main character does not go back for her sister, I'm a flip a table. I can't tell you too much more of it, but she, in my head, she should have gone back for her. And it just didn't make sense why she didn't. Like, if there's like character motivation and development and reasons why, yes, but like, it just felt like the author couldn't figure out how to, like, it was a problem and the author couldn't figure out how to solve it instead of like, you know, solving the writings you make for yourself, or the issues you make for yourself. Anyway, what else? I started and finished Black Warden in 4 hours. It was great. It was so great. It's also an arc, and I was actually on the fence for it, but I started reading it. It is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. It starts out Hunger Games style, where she, like, her sister, like, something similar to a reaping. Her little sister's name is called. She volunteers as tribute in her sister's place. And then it turns into like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and then with a little bit of picture of Dorian Gray. So it's pretty cool. And I was like, this is good. Hey, this is really good. And now this is where, here's my unpopular opinion. This book is everything that I wanted A Court of Thorns and Roses to be, and it wasn't. So yes, this is, in my opinion, what A Court of Thorns and Roses should have been like, but wasn't. Because I didn't like A Court of Thorns and Roses. I also didn't like Thorn of Glass. I read them all to about 40%, and I was like, I can't do this. These characters are unlikable, and it makes no sense. Sorry if you love those books. I love that you love them for you. Keep going with your Sarah J. Maas obsession. That's what I like about books, is when books give you strong opinions. Because me, I do not like Catcher in the Rye. But some people love it, and it's a great conversation about why you do or do not like A Catcher in the Rye. Anyway, and then I started, because it's been kind of heavy, The Vampire Knitting Club. Because one of my prompts is I need to read a vampire novel, and my sister's super mad because she's all vampire fiction, or she was when she was in high school. She's like, you didn't want to read Twilight? You didn't want to read Vampire Diaries? And I'm like, I didn't even cross my mind. I mean, immediately I thought Dracula, and I'm like, I don't want to read Bram Stoker right now. So I'm reading The Vampire Knitting Club. It is called Stockings and Spells. I'm reading book 4. Because 1, it's a cozy mystery, so you don't really need to read them in order. 2, book 4 was free on Kindle. Book 1, 2, and 3 are not at my library, and they are not free on Kindle. And it's on Kindle Unlimited, and Shaylee and Dad have Kindle Unlimited, so I could log in with it, but I'm not doing that. So I'm reading book 4. So far, so good. It is about a witch who runs a yarn store, and she hosts knit night for vampires. That's it. That's all I have so far. It's great. It's cute. And then I'm still reading about songbirds and snakes. But I've talked a lot to avoid running, so now I have to run.